we should be live, and here we are. Okay, cool, guys. Cool, welcome to the stream. I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a while since my last sort of more recent video, so on that note, sorry, I've been learning the game, busy as hell at the moment, but we're going to have a bit more wiggle room to release some more videos, and especially with the, hopefully the New World Empires map not too far away. I mean, I'd get a hunch probably maybe the next couple of months, I'd say it'll come out. If it takes longer, it takes longer, but this just gives us more time to learn these factions and understand how they will tick. So on this note, later, probably early next week, I'm going to release basically a 30 turn guide for Kislev to help you confederate all of the lords by turn 40. Now, g'day David, welcome to the chat. And once we've actually got all those lords, then what do we do from here? Because the biggest issue that Kislev have is that there are no simple decisions to be made in this campaign. You stop one thing, you have another thing coming in. You don't, and if you make bad judgments, you won't have the resources to curtail all of your frontiers. So I thought what I'd do is I'm only going to do like a probably less than 1 hour stream here, but I'm going to show you a later game moment here, take a snapshot and see where we end up, and then later in the week you'll see just exactly how we got here. So we're at turn 88 right now, of course playing as the Ice Court, and basically as you can see here we've got a number of holdings here. Normally I would say don't attack the Empire. There's only one exception we'll make for that, and that'll be Ostland. That'll be the one place we do, and that's going to help us get the Confederation of the Enclave here sooner, as well as it gives us control of a gold mine. Not only that, so I've got about 10 important tips to sort of drop on you guys, and hopefully they'll help you out in your campaigns. So one thing is you want frontiers, you want beefy fortifications at the edge of your frontiers. Okay, so first and foremost here we have Wolfenburg. It's got a gold mine that's going to pay for itself, okay? This is not a measly settlement which is going to cost more time and effort to hold, which is not really sustainable. So this one's worth doing. Other than that, I'd say my first tip is to look after the Empire, but only when you can, okay? You're not going to have a chance to do that until you've managed to confederate both Boris as well as the Orthodoxy. And once you've done that, you then need to make sure you've got walls on these two settlements here, as well as control of the Hell Pit, and definitely walls on these two here, because you will have incursions coming in here. The Legion of Chaos, never let go. Nurgle will come through here. Be nice to these dwarves. These guys will guard your flank here, but you're going to have Skaven come through. Okay, you're not going to be able to get around that. So Skaven coming through will be a massive... They shouldn't be a massive issue if you look after these guys, right? So this is really a good case of diplomacy, and you know I love diplomacy, I love diplomatic play, and that's how we're going to deliver ourselves a safe position. So this front here, hopefully the Dowie can look after it, and we've got a military alliance, and we can even hire some of their good units. I think I've got Slayers in one of these armies here. Now from this point here, this is the territory, at least up to here. You don't typically want that. I'm going to lose that. I only did that to... I moved up here because the Legion of Chaos did hold that. We just took it off them. I did hold it just to replenish my armies, and I moved away. But it's basically just acted as a speed bump to slow people down. But that's why big fortifications like this are great speed bumps. They take several turns to besiege these things. So that's tip number 1 is look after the Empire, but don't prioritize them, but try to make sure they don't die, because once you do clear your enemies, they'll help you. Tip number 2, major fortifications. Even if you have one sitting out here like this, this is going to draw all of the attention here, and this buys you time to build up these settlements here, so you can build up that underbelly, so it's no longer an underbelly. And as you can see, I've got walls in here. I know that I've heard mixed results of the walls. Walls work great for me. I don't get the hate. I can bat up and take out most armies with what's inside these garrisons. I think they're great. That's just me, each their own, but yeah, walls are great, and they slow everyone right down. Next one is, I've taken this territory here, but that's only because Manfred moved up and took it. Don't attack Ostmark. Don't ever attack him, right? But you will get the chance, once you have an army to spare, go through them and then conquer Slovenia, because Slovenia also has another gold mine. And as you can see here, we've got Katarin, and she's about to take that in the coming turn. So we'll probably do that battle. What's it looking like? Yeah, we can win that quite easily. We'll do that in a minute. I'll just finish the overview before we jump in. The next issue down here is Scrag the Slaughterer. At some point, he will start beating these guys up, and he gives the Empire absolute hell. I think Karl Franz is already dead, which makes me sad because I wanted to be bros for life with him, but what happens here is that he will come through here, again, making sure you've got good fortifications to be able to hold them off. The good thing is that in siege situations, I find their large size makes them quite easy to take down. So I prefer to take them on in a siege situation than on the field. Works great. We have had to spread ourselves out. We've got Boris here defending, and random crap just happens. Look, I've got bloody Slanesh down here for some reason. So we had a pretty dicey situation. We had legions coming in here, chaos in here. We have Manfred declared war, but he didn't go very far. And we've got Scrag the Slaughterer coming in here. So I've actually just managed to fight, I think, probably about like 8 fights in one turn. But this gives you money, and with that, keep building up your empire. So let's have a look here. We're going to lose that, but the edges of your empire should be here. Build up this wall here. Erengrad, of course. You need to have that. That's perfect there. This is worth taking because you get a gold mine. When you get the chance, take Slovenia from the vampires. This, again, will give these guys room to breathe. Then they can focus on your problems too. And we want them to finish this up so then they can focus on Scrag. The worst thing you want is for these guys to get the upper hand and Scrag finish them off. Then what are you going to do? Then you've got complete encirclement. One thing, you got 2 options here. One, we could go and try to take this off Slanesh. And the other one is you can go up here and try to take the Doom Keep. Once you take the Doom Keep, you pretty much control this entire area. This is a very, very good fortress. And most of these guys here are relatively kind of passive Norskins. You take away this, you've taken away their capital. They can't really do too much after that. So looking at that, that is basically where you want to be. I did take this fortification as well. Try to keep the dwarves that are here alive for as long as possible. Once they're here, you can either let them come in, the enemy come in through here and take them out as they come in, or you can try to do what I've done here and push out. Now, I regret this decision. I nearly lost Erengrad because I overcommitted out here. Yeah, I would stay in here until you've got Manfred. Then take this fortification, and once you can guard the water, things get a lot easier because I have to take a turn to disembark. Okay? So, let's have a look at what we're going to do here. So this settlement, it told me just as I booted the game up that we're going to lose this over the end turn. So, you know what? That's fine. I don't care. These guys will get another settlement back, but we've slowed them down. We destroyed their army last turn, so that's okay. Next we have Scrag the Slaughterer. Where is he? Oh, that's right, I defeated him, so he won't be hanging around here, but that's alright. Let's fight these vampires, because that will give us money. Where are we? Okay. So down here in Slovenia, let's get ourselves a gold mine. Just making sure we can quite comfortably do this, because of course they are taking attrition each and every turn. What have they got? They've got Black Knights, pretty decent garrison, if I don't say so myself, but ours is better. Maybe we should try to attrition them one more time, one more turn. Nah. This is going to be quite tough, actually. Just because they've got shields on most of these guys here, and I've only got Ice Magic, I don't have Tempest Magic. Ice Magic is better defensively on the field, whilst Tempest is just better as an aggressive form of magic. What do they do? They've got 36, 36. Yeah, no, we've got this. Katarin's got this. I'm just being nervous because I'm on stream. Alright, so next hot tip. I wrote down a bunch of tips to share you guys. Next one we're going to talk about is patriarchs. Patriarchs are freaking excellent. Normally, the only character that ever... thanks, mate. Appreciate the luck. The only characters that ever get into the S tier, i.e. broken on my list, because S tier is busted, in my opinion. S tier, you could nerf this thing through, you know, increasing the upkeep, nerfing its damage, and you would still get it because it's that freaking good. The Patriarch is the first non-caster I think I would put into the S tier. Simply because on the battlefield, he can heal like a boss, and off the battlefield, he can reduce attrition. So once you get a Patriarch to level 20, I'm gonna knock my coffee over there. Once you get a Patriarch to level 20, they can choose one of, I think, 6 different skills, about 6 skills, right? Now, there's some standout ones and there's some forgettable ones. The most outstanding ones are 1, it gives you another healing spell. Now, the healing is excellent on them, and this is one reason why they're so good on the battlefield. They are fast, they're mounted, they're basically like Lore Masters, but a ton better. They can't cast as many spells, but Lore Masters are limited by the fact they're on foot. You have an emergency medic riding a freaking polar bear, right? So you've got the speed, you've got the size, and he's super squishy when he's on foot to start off with, right? But once you get him built up, he smashes. He smashes really, really hard. That armor, all those weak stats go through absolutely through the roof as soon as you get him on that mount. And it's not that high. I think it's level 11 to get him on the mount. But as you see, you want this. Salak's Lullaby, that is why they are so good. But level 11, they have a special ability which helps you reduce attrition. Guys, this is all types of attrition. This includes plagues. You can have a plague and it will stop you replenishing, but you won't take any attrition. And it is glorious. So I think including Katarin in this army, I've got like negative 120 attrition. So they can do what the hell they want to us, and yeah, it's not gonna work. So there's probably a better way to take this fort. I know this is a very Warhammer 2 way of taking this fort, but these guys don't have ranged weapons, so I'm just going to go with the old tried and true. I wish I had a Tempest Mage. Let's just hit fast forward. Oh, thanks for tuning in this morning, mate. So this stream can only probably go for another half hour, but I wanted this to be a relatively short overview of how to manage this stage of the game. And also to show you just have one thing after another and after another, and you'll be finding yourself raising lots of characters. So, before we move on from Patriarchs, so get them on the bear, get the healing, and then reduce the attrition, particularly on this Grand Campaign. Maybe when Immortal Empires drops, you won't use that as much, but because you won't have as many plagues. But if you are anywhere near Nurgle, avoiding attrition is freaking excellent. Now, oh, okay, let's get out of there. Let's get out of the line of sight of that. Okay, we're half out of ammo. We need to stop the fire at will. Stop fire at will. So we've got can rates. What have we got here for magic? Man, we've got nothing. So they're crumbling. Okay, they're crumbling. Now stop. Now shoot these guys. So we're going to try and let their crumbling status, once they start to crumble, finish them off for us. Anyone else want to line up and have a go? Okay, we're going to try and stand side on here to shoot side on of these graveyard here. Good. I can't believe how little winds of magic we have. That sucks. It's going to turn into a bit of a melee slog, but that's alright. It'll be fun. Of course, these are recently hired Patriarchs. So the first thing you do with them is you try to get 3 points into casualty replenishment and then 3 points in this, and you'll find that if you tank with these guys, like you can just, here's the heal. Let's see how the heal works. So it gives, the way it works, it gives 15 seconds of healing replenishment, and you will often finish your battles in a better state than when you started them, which of course is a good place to be in. Okay, stop. Okay, so where's the Streltsy at? Streltsy, if we can line you guys up here. Is this guy a Graveguard? Yeah, okay. So if I turn your fire at will on, can you get some good shots in? Doesn't seem like it. Not even up there, mate? Come on. There we go. Nah, I think we can do better with those shots. Okay. I could have sieged this. There's probably better ways of sieging this. I'm still sort of subtly working out the sieges. More the, you know, what I do does work. I mean, we're here, we're comfortable playing Legendary, so... But at the same time... Anyone else want to have a go? Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to basically blast these guys, try to save some arrow. You know what, I'm going to save the bullets, that's what we'll do. We'll save our bullets, and we'll just use our arrows. Because the bullets will be really good to take out the Graveguard. They seem to be afraid of getting on the walls here, which is pretty helpful for us. Man, why do we... Yeah, okay, they must just have a lot of blocking the winds of magic. They'll probably move if I drop that. That's one thing, is the hour's gotten way better at dodging spells in this one. Okay, let's shoot these guys. Although I've got to say, I'm enjoying the new siege battles. Overall, like, I groan when I have to do them, but when I'm doing them, I'm never actually bored. I think the resource system they threw in there is actually really, really useful. Another thing great about the Patriarch is their building is incredibly useful. Yes, sorry, that is possibly the most important thing, is that you will have Patriarchs for days. I mean, I could have more right now. I've got, I think, a cap of nearly 20 at the moment, and that can grow. The reason why I don't have more is because you don't need more Patriarchs than that. You get Patriarchs for days in this. It is such an accessible unit, such a good unit. It's from a tier 2 building that you do want to build. It doesn't have that catch like barracks do with certain heroes, and you don't want to build a barracks. So next tip with Kislev, don't build a barracks, don't build a stable. The good units come with their unique building lines at Prague, Erengrad, and Kislev itself. Your 3 major capitals, those are where you... Oh shit. Run. Okay. Oh no. Okay, let's find a better place, eh? Oh, this is going to be tight. I'm actually getting nervous with this fight. Fuck, come on. Come on. I would have been quite happy just sieging them out before, but I decided against it for the sake of time, and this siege is taking an epic age. I do stupid shit like this on stream, hey? Maybe I should just start doing what feels normal, because once I get comfortable in the stream, it all happens naturally. I should have just left it under siege. Maybe I felt like a pussy if I didn't attack them. I felt judged, guys. I'm sorry. Welcome to the stream, anyone else that's hopped in. It's just going to be a short 1 hour stream to show some of the late game strategies. We've gone through the Patriarchs, and yes, you would build that church everywhere. So I think tip number 5 we're up to. Early stage, all your minor settlements. Build the market, which is your economy building, and the churches everywhere. Just get those churches up to level 2. If you can afford level 3 later, but you're honestly on Legendary, you're not going to be able to afford that. Not easily, at least. You maybe will get a couple, but the thing is, though, that building really does lose its pizzazz once you've got that confederation with Castalton. Good, good, good. Face away, face away. Alright, who wants some? Man, they're all Graveguard. They're all armored as hell. I've noticed this, what they do is they come down from the wall, And they start taking fire, like, no, all right, you know, bad idea, let's retreat. Then they go back down and go, let's get back up there, you know. They get FOMO and they just come straight back up. Okay, so let's have a look at our next tip. So our next tip, Streltsy. Now Streltsy, I played a normal campaign up to probably turn 100 and something, and it bugged out. I got to Slanesh's realm and I couldn't get through the portal. Tried it again this campaign and I got hit by the bug again. They've probably fixed it by now, but this campaign was before their most recent update, so chances are it's still going to have that bug in place. So that makes me sad. But that game, I'm having an easier time on legendary difficulty in my battles than I was on normal. And the reason why is I've got less Streltsy. You only need 2, maybe 3 in your army, possibly 4 if you know you're fighting a lot of Chaos Warriors. But here's the deal, is that they're decent in melee. They're more than decent, but they're not going to really be dealing a huge amount of damage back. It's not armor-piercing damage, meaning that you're going to have them to shoot armor-piercing targets. Oh god damn, no, they are armor piercing, sorry. But the deal is that they're 250 or something like that gold per turn, and it will just bleed out your treasury. Also, to get them to operate, you can't have line of sight, so given how many sieges you do in this game, your mileage will be limited. Whereas if you only have 2, 3 tops, quite easy to get those shots off, and then they will counter that heavy armor that you just can't crack. Right, and then all the while keep the basic variants, don't get the spear variants of these guys, use the money to instead get some armored Kossars. So the next point is armored Kossars. Having 2 or 4 in every army on the flanks makes legendary a breeze, right? It's a bit more expensive, but it's an army where I'm not afraid to fight things like Khorne. Things like that don't scare me anywhere near as much on this run through, and we're playing on legendary where apparently melee is really bad, right? So I would really recommend. This is pretty close to what I would build. I've obviously wanted to get more Ice Guard, but I needed to attack the vampires sooner than later because this campaign is hectic. But I would typically have, this is a good setup. Before the Streltsy, because they're kind of a mid-game unit, I would have probably 4 of these guys, up to 5 patriarchs. Honestly, they're that good. 4 maybe 5 patriarchs, a Tempest Mage, and then 2 or 4 of those guys, and the rest of them just Kossars with basic bows. That will win most confrontations. Okay. Now, next point we have is the Ice Guard themselves. So the Ice Guard under Katarin in particular are cheap as chips, and because of that you do want to build your army around them. They really are like a discount Sisters of Avalon. Was there a damn missile? Oh no, that's their ammo. So, as you can see, they don't have a huge amount of armor piercing damage. That is the only catch they have. But they are better fighters. They do pretty good. They're just overall not as good, and they don't have that punch that the flaming arrows of Sisters of Avalon have, but they do more than enough. They do have anti-large, which means in the late game they're going to be far more relevant in the melee scenario. So, okay. Come on, guys, just let me have the walls. Come on. Okay, Ice Guard. Okay. Now, where is their leader? Where is he going? He's up there. Maybe we should just try to rush these walls, hey? See what happens. Sure, we'll use all these Kossars ammo up first. Alright, fast forward. And we'll just take them on in melee. Cool, so they're falling back a bit. What we'd like is to shoot these guys off the walls and then be able to take the walls and use our Streltsy to hop up and start sniping them down. See if we can actually get this guy up here now. Oh no. Oh, they've got one of the good towers. Fuck, I forgot all about towers. Man, I'm so not used to this game. There's so much more shit that you have to be worried about. That's actually possibly going to stop us from winning. Nah, come back down. Come back down. God damn. Alright, cool. Oh man, I hate how they do this. They just decide to run downstairs. Like, it's really, really frustrating. Okay. Let's get you guys to shoot over there. You guys shoot here. Alright, we're going to turn fire at will on. Alright, time to break through this door. What's the stats of this beastie guy here? Oh man, he's going to hurt melee. He's probably going to beat the shit out of Katarin. That's not a good thing. Alright, so we want these Streltsy to still have some ammo left in the tank. Make sure that fire at will is off with them. I'm going to use those to melt, use their guns to melt some of these Alright, so you tie these guys up, push them off. Okay, can you guys shoot over, not you, but can you shoot over here into this graveyard? Actually, now we'll support them there. Let's fast forward. Good thing is, even if we botch this, they'll sally out. We'll be able to beat them on the field. Okay. Okay, Tempest Magic is better than Ice. So after Tempest Magic, okay, Ice is really underrated. Now, here's the deal. Okay, where are we? Here's the deal with Ice Magic. Ice Magic is not a damage dealing form of magic, okay? Ice Magic is excellent because of this spell, Ice Sheets. Also, this one here has a utility a lot of people don't realize, is that this Ice Maiden's Kiss, all it has to do is touch one unit and it can slow it down. Alright, that was my next point, was talking about Ice Magic versus Tempest Magic. Ice Magic is, yeah, like I said, it's a utility form of magic. Now, it does not do the same amount of damage. That's definitely not its job though. So what you use Ice Magic for is for slowing down the enemy and giving your Kossars more chance to work. More power, more opportunity, all that good stuff. Now, without... Actually, yeah, let's get that. This spell here, is it good in the late game? No, it's not. But all it has to do is touch one unit and it gives them this. Where is it? There you go, it gives them Frostbite, minus 30% speed. Okay, so what you want is as much Frostbite across the army. So if you drop that on one area, drop your Ice Sheet, you've slowed the entire army right down. This means that you can get your basic units to really, really punch up, and that is hugely important on legendary difficulty. Is that you need everything to be punching up, over-delivering, not under-delivering. Also, Patriarchs have this ability here, which gives you a charge and a leadership buff. Once they're on bears, you charge them in, gives them some extra bites. Will this even do anything to them? Oh well. Alright, good, they're starting to fall apart. Let's go again. cool. Where are these Streltsy? But I think ice is really underrated as a law of magic. The thing is, I would have one ice, one tempest typically. Like if I have an ice, I kind of like the idea of ice mages, but having ice tempest mages is actually also quite useful because their basic ability, the bombardment, is really freaking good. Really good ability. Also, using this, so next tip, using tempest mages, I call this a leopard dump or a leopard bomb, whatever. So you drop the ice leopard, get them to crowd around and eat it, and then drop your bombardment spell on them. Hey, what's going on here? Okay. That works incredibly effectively. And I've got my Streltsy immolate for some unknown reason. How many cav did I have? Hawkeye G, hey dude, I actually have to head out, otherwise you watch the stream. Hey, I hope you're having a good morning, mate. Good to see you, and yeah, have a good one, bro. Have a good one. Okay. Alright, good. I think he's crumbling. Yep. And with him gone, the fortress will be ours. I should have healed my guys. I forgot to heal my guys after. When you know the fight is going to end due to them crumbling, due to people losing stability, i.e. demons, try to smash those heals on, get a little bit of the health back. But having these guys in here will mean that you don't take as much loss. But still having some armored cossars on the flanks, really good. The shielded variant in particular, I think, is better because you're still doing more damage with, I'd say, arrows, and they do more with their gun than their weaponry. I think the shield is more useful for utility. The other one will do more damage, but having a shield option, you don't see it too much of an issue here because there's so much melee thanks to Chaos and Norska, but I still think it's valuable. Where are we? So ice is great. If you had the winds, you could drop that Frost of Winter spell over a massive clunk at the gate. Yeah, that's true. Was it Heart of Winter, I think? Yeah. Yeah, that can be. Yeah, Tempest is also good for its affordability. Now, I am going to loot an Occupier because I need that money, but I don't want to sack an Occupier because that will knock down another level. Oh my god, it's tier 5. Good stuff. Okay, so let's go through some buildings here. This building here with the ice sled is actually better than you think because once it works. Oh no, so I'm thinking of this one here. We'll keep it because it'll give us Warbear Riders, but it's not as valuable as +1 rank. It's not as valuable as this, which gives you another +1 global recruitment, and the income to all buildings also very nice. So we will want that because that will stack with our gold mine, which is here, level 3. That's not demolish, is it? Oops, repair. Don't demolish, repair. Why did they change the color of these? Okay, when we see a barracks, we demolish it because you can build those in Streltsy. Kislev has, I believe, the best cavalry units if you want to roll that way, so no need for that building at all. Completely unneeded. I'm just going to leave that like that and just repair that. Cool. Okay. Did we lose any troops? We didn't lose any troops. Look at that replenishment, and we can just keep on making that better and better. Here we go. Got that. So this is the way you should start off with all your patriarchs. Always prioritize getting that, and then Urson's Raw, and then this. So 2 uses of this healing spell are invaluable. Once you get them to level 20, of course make them immortal, but the 2 obvious choices, you can get another heal, which I don't actually think is that useful. If you have 3 or 4 patriarchs in there, you have enough healing. You'll probably heal your character to the cap with that. This one here, Harsh Survivor, minus 20% casualties from all attrition, including plagues. Boris was walking around up there with 3 plagues, and he's not really that worried. The good thing is about Patriarchs is they can heal the damage of the plague on the battlefield. They can circumvent the damage of the plague by being able to heal on the battlefield, because normally you're deprived of replenishment. But, here we go. We're running out of all the good stuff here with dear Katarin. what else can we get that's really worth it? So Katarin, of course, I think just it's too obvious. Just go for your Kossars, armored Kossars and Ice Guard, and then again, just more missile damage for Ice Guard. I don't really use the other spells that much. We could discount Ice Sheet again. No, it already does -2. It doesn't get any cheaper. It just cools down faster. When we do use Heart of Winter, that'd be nice. Yeah, why not? We've hit that meme point in the campaign where what she does doesn't really matter that much. So the idea is here we're going to take out the vampires. This is going to free her up to start pushing this way, and then we can curtail Scrag. The Empire can consolidate some of that territory for all I care. And meanwhile we need Boris. He's in what is he? He was in ambush stance. These guys did not take the bait. All right, next tip is, let me see if I can get them to fight me on the field, because we'll win that really easily. Damn it. But as you see, look at this, guys. He's got all these patriarchs. They all have that skill, I think, except one, and he now has a complete immunity to all of these plagues. Oh, he's only got one, but you only need one for it to be an absolute pain in the ass. Okay. What's the ambush success chance? Pretty low. Okay, so we're gonna run him. You know what? Maybe it is worth trying to ambush. Lure them out here. They've got another army here. By the way, sorry, next tip as well. So I think tip number 9 it was. This invocation here is excellent. Okay, use this just indefinitely in the late game, in my opinion. Once you've got your confederations, causes attrition to enemy armies within your territory. This is really, really useful. Everyone that is in your land trying to take your crap, if they besiege you, they are dying at the same rate that you're dying. Incredibly good ability to have. Now, why isn't it working? Should be working. Oh, it's because he's in camp stance. Okay, we'll keep this guy here. So these guys are about to make a move on Wessenberg. Let's hire. Do we want these guys? So again, we need to decide what we're going to do about the military, because we're already in the negatives. Katarin doesn't need a huge army to take that, but he could raise another stack quite quickly, so I don't want to take that chance. Ideally, it'd be good to disband some troops there. But this, again, this is the absolute hell you face. This is an overextension. Don't do this. I regret going out that far. It's a crap idea. It's a really, really crap idea. He's just sitting there in ambush stance. So don't go past there until you're ready. But when you are ready, take these two. But the problem is I should have consolidated that, and then I'd have a spare unit to go here and here. But at the moment, we are stretched super, super thin. Okay, is that garrison healed? It's not healed yet. You know what, guys? We're going to need him to run home. Okay, he can run home, and we're going to need to bring him down. I do have another army here. Is Ehrengrad been beat up from being sieged? I don't feel comfortable leaving Ehrengrad alone, so we're not going to. Oh, actually, we can get Ehrengrad leveled up again. Let's do that. And what we're going to do is move him here, because they're likely going to besiege this. And we are going to go in the negative, trying to pull us off, but you got to do what you got to do, guys. And welcome to Kislev. This is the life you chose. It's not pretty, it's not glamorous. Right, so this is consistently what you're doing. Try to leave some money in the bank to push back, but you will still get a lot of combat loot, which you can then, of course, spend on increasing your empire. Now, damaged buildings, I can't afford that anyway. Cool. And lastly, let's have a look at our... Where are they? Attrition doesn't kill units, just damages them. It can kill units now. I'm pretty sure you can actually even lose characters to attrition now. So if you're getting a character killed by a plague in an army, I would get them out of that army because it's probably killing them. Where are we? Legion of Chaos. So always take a look at this. See if you can do any quests and any war targets. The biggest threat here, we need to make sure they're focused not on the vampires because I've got that. But we want them to all be attacking these freaking ogres that are making our lives oh so miserable. So again, filter by ally option, see who needs a target. He needs a target. Let's give... You know what? You head over there. Right, because if they take care of these guys, I can take care of them. And lastly... Okay. He can go... You also go here. If you guys can move up a bit more, that'd be good. And one more. And we'll also get him to join that target. Okay, cool. That's looking good. Alright, we need the Ehrengrad to stay there because that really is our frontier. No desire to lose that. Okay, alright, the last one that I wanted to do on this turn is... I wanted to show the importance of assassinations. Now, is this my... key assassin? No, it's not. She must be. She would give this guy person's raw. I'll find her. I'm going to show you. I've stacked her up so she has a ludicrous assassination success chance. That's not her. She's my warrior. She must be. Maybe she's this one. Yeah, okay, so this one. So, alright, guys, dig this. This is absolutely ludicrous. So she starts off, first thing you give her is Kislevite Kossar, so she can move around the map. It's worth hiring maidens just to go around stabbing people. There are so many heroes, and especially the Nurgle. Just assassinate them. If you've got the money, good way to rank them up, and stops all the negative things happening on there. If they take damage in battle, they can be healed in battle. Usually don't bother healing regular units because of the missing HP with the combatants not present. Yeah, correct. So you can't heal up units, but characters you can. So the characters can bypass the effects of plague. Regular units unfortunately can't. So you want her to be mobile so she can assassinate. We've got Old Crone, so 10% hero chance. Now get Thug. That's another 10% assassination chance. You will get these just from assassinating people around the map. Now stack that with, of course, Specialist to make it... I do this one first to bring the cost down so you don't go broke. Another 6%, and then another 15%. And what does that do? So that's an extra 31, but that's actually downplaying it. So yeah, she's got at least... I never find less than 60% chance of killing something. Like, where are we? So that's assault unit. So there's no... Where's someone to kill? I'll try to find someone. Like, what about this guy? If I wanted to kill him... I don't know why that is. Okay, bad. It's not working right now, but sometimes it's just... It does a really difficult chance of success. I don't know what it is. Probably because maybe we tried something on him last time. But yeah, so we can move this character down here to help defend. Actually, no, we'll bring her here to help against these ogres. Alright, I will end the turn. Okay, where are we? Oh, sorry. Hawkeye said you could use Blizzard or Hailstorm or Tempest for simple effect. That's true. That's true, going back to Magic. I don't want to fight the Empire, man. This is the thing, you don't want them fighting each other. It's just really, really counterproductive if they are fighting each other. Okay, man, I love these fast turn times. Okay, so we lost the settlement up here, but I was prepared to lose that. Okay. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you is how do you deal with the rifts? Well, fortunately, you built you were a good Kislevite, and you built a ton of churches, meaning you've got a ton of capacity of patriarchs. And I'm fielding a lot of patriarchs. If you're under a more peaceful situation, you won't be pitting out as many. Now, the only issue we have now is that we've got such high military upkeep, we can't really afford them. So, first up, let's see if we can attack this guy. Oh, he wants to fight. He wants to fight. He wants to fight. I don't really have the time to do this fight, unfortunately. That is a tougher army than it looks. That is a tougher army than it looks. Because he's got a fair amount of armor there. Okay, we'll just really quickly do this. Welcome to the chat, everyone that's joined up. Appreciate you all for joining. All right. Let's just deal with this the way we know how. So this is actually not too bad of a standard army. This is a bit of a lesson in itself as well, actually. So we don't. This is a very young army, so we don't have the guys on their bears yet. So that's a bit of a drag. But I'll show you what we would do if we did. So we're going to use this old faithful formation here. Okay, and we want armored cossars on the flanks, like this, because they will try to outflank you. And then excess cossars, we're just going to have them backing it up. Now, as for your Streltsy, you want your Streltsy to be able to get into the gaps of the formation. So sometimes it's worth doing this. So the idea is if these guys get engaged, they've got a straight line of fire, okay? So I'm even going to do that here. So sometimes the best way to do it is to set up a formation and go, which guy has the best shot and the best opportunity to make this work? Okay. Alright, cool. And then what we're putting is our patriarchs up the front. Remember, they can heal each other and they will heal each other after the fight. Oh, he's on a bear. Good. So you're number 2. You're number 1. Actually, you can go over here. Alright. Now, we don't have any magic, so that's a bit of a drag. That's alright. So, try to find something that naturally covers your flank in terms of movement. Hurry up, guys. Get in formation. Okay. This is where ice magic would have been perfect to drop here. So when you drop ice magic, drop it with making them walk through the most that you can. Oh, why are you in melee mode? What the hell are you doing? Okay. That's fine. Don't worry about the summons there. Okay, come on. Okay, use this spell to ruin their morale. Okay, let's snipe this lord down. Now their lords can be really, really tough, by the way. I should have used a charge bonus on that. That was a missed opportunity. Oh, damn it, they got a freaking chariot behind our lines. Oh god, that's actually really, really bad. That chariot, I wasn't looking. Okay. Thing is, their lords are so freaking tough. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Okay, try to pin him down. Why aren't you guys shooting this guy? Come on. I swear range units forget their job like so much more now than they used to. Oh. Okay. Their leader is nearly dead. Alright, good. He's crumbled. He's dead. Alright, so you go there. Make sure with your Streltsy though, give them a target which gives them direct line of sight, right? This is what you're after. Nice straight line of sight. And this is why you only need a couple of them, right? And they are making those Chaos Warriors with their armor not look armored at all, which is exactly what we need. Alright. And now this point here, we can tell that we're getting close to winning the battle. Remember, as soon as they fall apart, the battle ends. So you need to heal before the battle is actually over. So this is the point where you should be starting to drop your heals. Make the most of it. Let's break these guys. Cool. The good thing is this battle will actually give us... Oh no, did we lose a... Oh no, but that, you will lose a few of the ones that are at low level, and you know, it doesn't really matter that much. That's the thing, right? Most heroes, when you lose them, you get really upset. I'm like, if you lose just a patriarch, if they once they're level 10, then get attached, or if they have a great trait, then of course. But before they're level 10, they're quite expendable. Is Hairy Bum Priest a good lord? Wasn't impressed. Hairy Bum Priest, sorry. Who's that? Oh, this guy. Is he a good lord? He's worth getting and worth leveling up, but yeah, he's... The reality is that you can do more with a what do you call it? Like a caster lord, especially because Frost Maidens and Frost Mages are so good. They've got some stiff competition. So yeah, I know he's kind of doing the job that a regular patriarch could do. Okay, cool. So using arrow keys to drop between them. Here we go. See, look at the screw hug. Look at that work. Look at all that health coming back to us. And even if you have a plague, you can still be doing this healing. And there's the last one. And there we go. Healed up to the cap. Sweet. Done. So that's how you keep your armies alive on legendary difficulty. Yeah, well, we lost a patriarch, but that's okay. I'm starting to rush a bit now. Alright, I'm going to run over the last 2 tips and we're going to wrap this up. But make sure you guys let me know if you like this kind of idea for a campaign, to actually dive into a later campaign and show you the actual strategies that actually in play in the later stages. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to close the portals, but around this stage you maybe only need a couple of bear units to support on the flanks. You only ever need like 2 Streltsy or 3, just a couple of armored Kossars, and the rest can be basic Kossars, and when you can afford it, Ice Guard, particularly with Katarin, because she gets a massive discount. So good, that gave us the money we need to pull this off. Oh, he gets an ability at level 20. Okay, this I think was good. Yeah, that's good. That's good, guys. 10% to all buildings faction wide. And you can give him a fireball, which is kind of cool. Let's give him that. Okay. And always boost their melee defense first. All the defensive stats are what you want to be boosting with these guys. Melee defense, that, and then of course health, boost the armor. Enduring Devotion is very, very nice. And of course, get the missile defense as well. These guys are big and lumbering. Oh, really? God damn, come on. This is for the good of the stream. I don't have time. Obviously, don't do that. I just didn't have time. Okay. You can run back. Fortunately, they're healing quickly. Now, this is how you deal with all of your said rift problems. So, have a look here. We've got a number of rifts, and the thing is, just don't let them open. Close them. So, we don't have a hero around here, so we're going to hire one. Let's get a patriarch. You know, it's probably good we lost one. It's still worth hiring the best ones you can. Okay, so he'll be able to get there next turn. Here's a tip though, press backspace so he doesn't have an order, so you don't accidentally forget to move him. They won't close the portal on a basic move order if it's the next turn. Right, so if you tell him to do this, he'll walk up to it, he won't close it next turn. So press backspace, clear the order, and it will prompt you, hey, you got a portal open, deal with it, mate. So this guy can close both of those two. Over here, we're gonna hire another one, and this guy, actually, do we have the resources over here? I swear we had a patriarch, we do. All right, this guy can go and close this. Done. All right, cool, huh? It's that easy. He could deal with this one here as well, so as long as you close them within a few turns, they don't cause much hassle. We're going to close this one with this last patriarch as well. And when you're done, disband them. You don't get really any experience for doing this. Oh wait, I just broke my rule there, but that's where he will be going. But do a big round robin and close them all on the first turn they appear, and you won't have any issues. Unless you want to rank up some heroes, then that's legitimate use. we go, and close that. Oh, wait, she's my assassin. Damn it. I could have shown you, but... Yeah, there you go. So 44 against another level 7 assassin. Right, they're meant to have good defense. Another 47, yeah. So really good way of removing all of these characters. So you can actually keep your whole territory free of portals and free of enemy characters. Just go around knifing them. You'll have more maidens than armies in many cases, and they'll still gain experience. You'll still be able to level them up. Cool. And that's, I think, enough for this particular stream, guys. This is the final position. So we will take that the next turn. We've got, of course, the gold mine there. Obviously going to pay for itself. Clear that, and then we focus all the Empire's efforts here to remove Scrag the Slaughterer. We will be able to push them back, and then we'll go take this wing here. Meanwhile, pushing back whatever incursions, and then we'll capture this as well. And push the Norskins and the Legions of Chaos out there. And all the while, Kelstolten, his only job here is to be a magnet for these guys coming in. Ideally, hold off doing that until you have this. I stretched myself thin there and shouldn't have done that. Stay back here. And that's how you manage the mid to late game as Kislev. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've enjoyed this. That fireball's a waste of a skill point. That's right. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. This is Elven Plot Armor, and I'll see all of you champions next time. Stay tuned for the Kislev, for the actual way we got here in 40 turns and get a rapid confederation. So see you guys soon, champions.